got set up. I got a nice buck. I know he's within 200-300 yards of here. He's worked through here in the evening. It's so green I can't really see into the woods very far. We're surrounded by a cornfield. Got a cell camera in the corner of this field that I've been getting him on. It's about 40 yards away. Hopefully he works through here this afternoon. Got a grub tube if we do see him, try to entice him to come in. Our shot's either going to be probably 30 yards or underneath the tree right down the edge of this cornfield. So we're going to sit tight, be quiet, and see what we see. Alright guys, I know the lighting's terrible, but we've had 2 does work through the woods. Couldn't get any footage, just too thick, too many leaves. We got about an hour left of legal light, so things should be getting pretty good here. We're gonna go ahead and sit tight, hunker down, and pay attention because things are gonna get on us real fast. It's hard to see. Hopefully he comes in. Alright, it's about an hour and a half after legal light here. A few deer working here and there. Really hard to see through all the green foliage. Just had what I thought was a fawn come through. Turned out it must have been sick or something. Like, I guess that's why I can't end. We got one thing in common, but it must have been a sick, littlest spike buck I've ever seen in my entire life. It looked like a fawn with 2-3-inch spikes. Hopefully I got some clear footage of it. I'd love to know what you guys think this thing is or what's wrong with it. I've never seen anything like it, so that was kind of neat, I guess. I thought it was just kind of a mangy looking fawn. It's a weird little buck. It came across the river actually behind me. Across the river to come over here, so. Been pretty slow, but we're gonna give it another hour and a half and see what we can find. So, not feeling the best. Probably don't look the best. But things are starting to heat up in the Whitetail woods, so we're gonna get out when we can. Whew, things have really gotten interesting now. We're about 2 hours after legal light and had a slew of deer all around me for the last 30 minutes or so. was like, man, that's the one we're after coming in, but it wasn't. So we're gonna give it, another hour here or so and see if anything else comes through, and hopefully we have some luck. But pretty successful hunt so far.
Good morning. Back in the stand today, third week of October, last hunt before I head to Pennsylvania muzzleloader bear hunting with my in-laws. So we are going to slip in. Not the ideal morning stand. We're going to be on a field edge. The wind is not right to get into the stands in the woods. And I want to give this buck one last chance to make a mistake before I head off to Pennsylvania. Started picking corn yesterday in this area. So I got 12 rows around the outside of this field by the stand, freshly picked yesterday. And then we'll start picking 400 or 500 yards away from the stand this morning, working towards the stand. So hopefully the fresh corn gets them to come out, and maybe I can knock the horns together or do some grunting and get this big guy to make a mistake, and we have some luck. But we'll see you in the tree.
So, we're not in the tree. That's because I forgot my dang bow. Cleaned my truck out to go to PA bear hunting. Put my bow in the garage. Didn't have it when I got down here. So we turned and burned home. Got my bow. Ah, what an idiot. Oh, there it is. Secure the goods. We're making a post daybreak entrance. Slipping in along the cornfield. Going around the corner, make sure there's no deer back here. And slip into this tree. Hopefully we get in clean. Well, I've been in the tree about 40 minutes and I'm just sick to my stomach. It was a great plan. We picked 12 rows of corn around this side. Pre-rut's starting to warm up. And I just had a feeling that this deer was gonna work this edge this morning, like he's done so many times in the past. And I was gonna get a shot at him. And then we get down here at 40 minutes before legal. And I don't have my bow. Which is just a freaking rookie mistake. Just absolute rookie mistake. And I really wanted to hunt this morning, so I turn and burn home. 35 minutes one way. Get my bow. Get back down here. 30 minutes after legal. And come around this cornfield. Get in pretty clean. Get to the top. Busted a couple does, but they just kind of went in the woods, no big deal. Sitting here putting the camera arm up, and I get blowed at. 8:15. Coming down a trail out into this field about 60 yards away, and then they would have come worked about 30 yards. It was a doe. Couldn't see anything else with her, but I could just see it was a doe. Finished getting set up. Sit down. Have a ton of cell cam notifications. Sure enough, he was coming in 8:11 while I was coming in about 300 yards from here. That deer blew at 8:15. Eventually he took off at 8:22. I tell you, man, deer hunting's hard enough. Then I add a camera. Then I try to do it without a bow. Very frustrated at myself. There's nobody to blame but myself. It'll make it sweeter when it finally happens, but I feel like I'm not even hunting this deer at this point. I'm hunting myself. So, we had a few does work through the woods. But I think we're gonna hit the horns together and see what we can see. Why not? Damage is done. Let's get to picking corn. Let's get this field out of here. Let's go to PA. Hopefully we get a black bear and come back and it'll be Halloween. The deer will be fired up. Maybe we'll have better luck. I gotta stop making bad luck for myself though, that's for sure. So let's knock the horns together. Just some light sparring. See what we see. Alright, good afternoon everybody. Just got set up in the stand. It is the last week of October. We got back from squirrels. We got back from Pennsylvania last night, about midnight. So we didn't make it out in the woods this morning, but we're here in the afternoon. Got about 3 hours of light till dark here. You guys would have loved to see me. I'm in a huge tree. I'm not sure if you can see it that well. You guys would have loved to see me struggling to put this camera base strap around this tree. I had about 6 inches of excess strap, and I couldn't reach around the tree to put it on. So I used an arrow to put the end of the strap on the arrow, and then I reached the arrow around the tree, grabbed it off the arrow. Whew. So we're gonna have to come up with a different setup when we come in here in the morning, because there's no way I get that done in the morning. But we had a really nice buck, probably my number 1 target buck in this area. But he was very inconsistent, so I haven't hunted him at all. We're gonna hunt him today, but it's the weekend. But on Tuesday evening, the neighbor gut shot a nice buck, but I don't know which buck, and I haven't got a picture of this deer since then, so it could have been him. They unfortunately did not recover that buck, and they ended up tracking it through our property about 60 yards from where I sit is where they lost the track. So that's how it goes sometimes. So we'll see what we see. I'm not sure if the deer we're even hunting is out here or alive, but that's how it goes sometimes. So we'll power down, and hopefully we have some luck.